Morning. My name is Damon Jones. I'm the New York representative of Blacks in Law Enforcement of America. And I'm standing here with other law enforcement professionals, black and brown, from Westchester County and throughout New York State to announce our support for Andre Wallace for mayor of Mount Vernon. Most of us have seen on the news, in the papers, the issues with public safety, the issues with the governance of Mount Vernon, and this election time, as law enforcement professionals, we understand it's a need of true change for real public safety in Mount Vernon. Now I have here multiple organizations. We have the National Latino Officer Association, we have the Grand Council of Guardians, Blacks in Law Enforcement of America, the Westchester Hispanic Law Enforcement Association, the New York State Hispanic Court Officers Society, and the Westchester Correction Association. So we have, from the beginning to the end of the justice system, standing here for Councilman Andre Wallace and his bid for mayor of Mount Vernon. We believe that Andre Wallace understands what's needed to change Mount Vernon, so Mount Vernon can be a torchlight for public safety and a torchlight for city government. We also know that there's good officers in the Mount Vernon Police Department. Let's not make no mistake about that. There's very good officers. But you can't be a good officer in a dysfunctional system. You can't be a good officer when City Hall is running the police department like Death Row Records. We cannot have that. We cannot have that anymore. We need true professionalism in law enforcement, and that's why all these law enforcement organizations are standing here today. And we also have, let's not forget, world-renowned musician Willie Colon. He's standing here too with Andre Wallace. Next up is Willie Perez, who will speak on the support for Councilman Andre Wallace. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Willie Perez. I'm the Executive Vice President for the National Latino Officers Association. And we're here today to announce our endorsement and support for Andre Wallace. Andre Wallace is a man of integrity, a man of character, a man of distinction, who stands with our values in enhancing and advancing our community. Andre Wallace believes in advancing the principles of economic development, social justice, and to create transformative opportunities for this community. Opportunities of education, opportunities for quality of life throughout the neighborhood and our communities. He will ensure that the police agencies are here to truly serve the community and not to be utilized in a military state. For these reasons, we are here today to support Andre Wallace. Thank you, sir.
Right. And next up is musician Willie Colon.
Well, I'm here to support Andre Wallace for mayor of Mount Vernon from all of the things that I've heard about him and seen, and because of his support for law enforcement. I'm here with some of my law enforcement friends, and I will be standing by Andre Wallace till we get there to City Hall.
Thank you. And last but not least, Councilman Andre Wallace. Yes!
Thank you. First, let me start by thanking everybody for coming. I'm honored to be receiving this endorsement today. The hardworking law enforcement personnel in our city and beyond are usually unappreciated and go often ignored. That will not happen under my administration or under my policies. I believe that law enforcement is the backbone of our community, and I intend to make it a priority when I'm mayor. What does that mean exactly? It means that we will address the outdated procedures and training policies. When I'm mayor, we'll make Mount Vernon Police Department nationally credited, utilizing the best practices and standards and not just the minimum from the state requirements. It means that I will ensure one thing that I can guarantee: law enforcement should be fairly and appropriately compensated for the hard work that they do. I always say that we will pay a lot of money to go see somebody hit a baseball or run out a football down the field, but we won't pay decent salaries to the people that protect our lives every day. That kind of concept and thinking has to change. And I stand behind our law enforcement when it comes to that. It means that we will demand professionalism, respect, and courtesy in all interactions with the community, but that will also be a two-way street, because we will be expecting that from our citizens as well. Exactly. And it means that we will be proactive, not reactive. Law enforcement can play a very big role in our community, from county and state correctional facilities, when people are returning. When we establish an office for returning citizens to assist and to get them back on track, secure housing, job training, and focus on health and wellness, our citizens' interaction with law enforcement always seem to be negative and confrontational. And that's not a way to move our city forward. Our law enforcement personnel are up to the task. Unfortunately, we've seen what law enforcement can do when it's staffed by political cronies and inexperienced commissioners. When I'm mayor of Mount Vernon, you will see what that accomplishment in law enforcement can focus on and turn out to be, with true leadership, true enforcement, true professionalism, and not political payback. It's our city, it's our time. These are the hard-working men and women that make it happen and that have our back. And I'm proud to be standing here with them today accepting this endorsement. And it is my honor to accept the endorsement from all these agencies for the mayor of Mount Vernon. Thank you.
And we're not going to forget neither. There's two beautiful women standing next to Andre on this flyer. And we're supporting them also, Joyce Brown and Danielle Scholar. Because it doesn't just stop with Andre, it also, we must have change in the city council too, that's going to support the proper legislation, progressive legislation, that will reinforce what Andre's trying to do with the city. So when you go out and vote for Andre, make sure Joyce Brown and Danielle Scholar, you vote for them too, because this is how we're going to change Mount Vernon.
All right now.
Thank you very much. You want to say something?
Hello everyone. It's an honor to be standing here with the law personnel and everyone here. It's also an honor to be running with Andre Wallace and Danielle Scholar. I am Joyce Brown. I'm running for City Council in Mount Vernon. I am a concerned citizen. I'm a lawyer. I live and work in this city, this beautiful city, and I am pledging today to help Andre and Danielle create a new city for all of us to live in and to thrive in, and to work with law enforcement to make our city safer and better for all citizens involved. So please, when you vote on June 25th in the primary, please vote for all of us. We can all make change together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Danielle Scholar. I have laryngitis. I'm just going to be real quick. I want to thank law enforcement for this endorsement of the team. And without the team, excuse me, I can't really talk too much, but I'm just going to say this, that vote for the team. The team is the way we're going to get things through and the way we're going to change things. It's a team effort. It's about collaboration and working together. So please go out and support the team. Thank you.
June 25th. June 25th.
Team Wallace. Team Wallace. Team Wallace. Team Wallace. Team Wallace.
That's it, y'all. Thank you. Thank everybody for coming out.